Exceptional Christianity means I will follow you even when I do not see the sign that you are faithful. But my heart is convinced that you are there. Who are people that exist in this realm of exceptional communion with God? People who became born again because they were in love. When you love God, salvation becomes easier. Tell your neighbor, when you love Jesus, salvation becomes easier. It stops from being a burden. Salvation can never be a burden for sons and daughters of God. It is a burden for those who are newly converted. But those who have fellowship, salvation is not a burden, because you are in love with God. That's why sometimes you meet a woman who's been sitting in a marriage that is not functioning, and you ask her, why are you still with this bad man? And she'll say, I love him. When love is in the heart, the journey becomes easier. When we are in love with Jesus, disappointment that we meet will not hamper us. Listen to me. What you heard in a crusade, the time that crusade you attended, when they said to you, after you become born again, everything will become small, they were not telling you the truth. The day you become born again, you and Satan, you stand face to face, and he will never make it easy for you. Are you listening? The day you say, Jesus, I receive you as my Lord and Savior, the devil remove the glove. Your fight with the devil becomes what? But the time when the evangelist was preaching at the crusade, they said to you, blessing, marriage, everything will be sweet. But now you are in the kingdom. I want to tell you the truth. The devil will never make it easy. I met a brother who said to me, Prophet, I love coming to church, but every time when I commit, I become broke. But if I don't go to church and I take woman out, I do as I want, money is always in the pocket. What is the problem? I said, the devil is funding you so you can end up in hell. He keeps you busy by filling your pocket with money so you can continue to misbehave, and then you run out of time. What is it that Satan is after? Is after your time. If you run out of time, he will spit you out. He will continue to fund you. That crime, wrongdoing, he will never affect you until you do not have time. And it's too late to say to God, I'm sorry. That's why the devil wants you. Disappointment is good to a heart that understands. I want to repeat again. Disappointment is good to a heart that is discerning, a heart that is enlightened, a heart that sees, and a heart that hears. Disappointment brings growth. But to a heart that is lost, it brings deeper trouble. When barrenness visited the house of Abraham, it deployed Abraham to faith. When death, embarrassment, poverty visited the house of Job, it deployed him in faith. But if disappointment visit a foolish man, it deploys them out of God's eyes. Are you a foolish man? Or you are a wise man? Is your heart enlightened and discerning? Today, Christianity is measured with the wrong stick. What is the stick that people are using to measure Christianity? I have 12 children. I have a big job. I stay in a mansion. I have money. These are what? Foolish things that even Satan can use to cage people. If you measure salvation using this wrong stick, the time when these things are taken for a little while to test your faith, sometimes even to increase you, you will quit God. This was the plan of Satan when he attacked Job. He wanted Job to curse God. Oh Lord, teach my heart to be discerning. Say the prayer. Oh Lord, teach my heart to be discerning. Let my heart have ears to hear. Let my heart have eyes to see. Let my heart have a discipline to wait on you. Then you overcome. Are you listening? Listen. If God wants to bless you, He send a trial. Christians don't know the formula of God's blessing. They don't know it. When God wants to make you great, He send what? A situation. Painful one. If you handle the situation, He release what belongs to you. Go and ask Job, he will tell you. Tell your neighbor, go and ask Job, he will tell you. If you want to increase you, sometime He cut you short. Tell your neighbor, if you want to increase you, at times He cut you short. Don't misjudge your position. Tell your neighbor, don't misjudge what you are going through. It is God's formula to increase you. If God wants to make marriage great, He allows Satan to shake it. If God wants to give you promotion in the workplace, you send opposition, hatred to shake your comfort, and He increase you. Even in business, business does not grow until it faints and it resurrects again. Go and tell your friends, prophet have said, business will not grow until it faints and you think that it is about to die. This is God. Are you listening? Sometimes He chooses to send death first in order for Him to deliver life. They called him and said, Lazarus, the one you love, is about to die. Jesus didn't go. He waited for the appointed time. After Lazarus died, 4 days, that's when He went. They said, oh, you are late. The man has been buried for 4 days. His body have rotten. And he said, didn't I tell you that if you believe, you see the power of God? Didn't I tell you? Jesus wants to make sure that when he arrives in your situation, people will not say, it merely fainted. If Jesus came the same day after Lazarus died, they were going to say, no, this guy had fainted. He had to see what? A worm had to occupy the body. So the glory of God can be seen. His disciples asked him a question and said, Lord, why is this man like this? Why was he born like this? And he said, he did not sin. His parents did not sin. It was for the power of God to be made manifest. Sometimes you are suffering for the glory of God, not because you have done anything wrong. Yeah? Sometimes you go through that period, long period of looking for a fruit of the womb, not because you have done anything wrong, but because God wants to glorify himself. When a stupid eye looks at you, they will call it name. He saw the womb of the woman. He's in covenants. That's why this thing is not happening. Because a foolish mind cannot understand the things of God. Does it mean that Abraham as well was in covenants? Hello? Does it mean that Abraham was in covenants? The reason he stayed long without a child in the house, does it mean he was in covenants? So why are they saying you are in covenants? Because you are dealing with wicked people that does not know the mind of God. Even angels, they will label as demons, because these people do not have the Spirit of God to see and to discern. Yeah? Listen to me. You don't have to be a prophet to know that someone is from God. God has given you a sensor. God has given every human being a sensor to sense that even if I don't understand what is this, but my heart tells me this is from God. Because God knows you are not a prophet. But in our generation, mankind, they misjudge the things of God. Some people, they see poverty in your life. They think it's a result of sin. They don't know. It's for his glory. Your situation will never end like that of the people of the world. Did the doctor say you are sick? Your own, you will not end in the grave. It will be there. But it will not affect you. You know, some of you, listen, let me tell you something about God. God heals people effectually, but not every praying person will be healed from their situation But God will make sure the sickness does not kill you. God knows if He can let you be healed, you will leave Him. Yeah? You will be dancing in a nightclub. Now, because they told you HIV is gone, diabetes is gone. Now you will be drinking a 21-year-old now because diabetes is gone. God leave diabetes there so that you can stay like this. You will bother God. It is like a watchdog, that sickness, to keep you in line, to save you from hell. Are you listening? Some sicknesses have been sent to disciple you so you can enter heaven. If God can remove this thing, you will go to hell. Yeah? Doctor said every 8 o'clock you take medication, you sleep, you can't go to a nightclub. So this sickness is helping you to live salvation. God will never remove it. Eh? Remember, Paul went to God and said, please, remove this sickness. God said, where? God refused 3 times. Because God knew the character of this man. If I remove this thorn, you will go back. You will misbehave again. Some of you, that's why God sent you. We come. Bah. Others, I'm healed. That thing have disappeared. With you, bah. The only thing that we are doing, we are sedating the situation so it can sleep. But God does not allow us to remove it. Because God knows your character. Yeah? He knows what? Some of you here, you used to sleep with 5 people a week. Now you are afraid. Because if you do, HIV will kill you in 6 months. Now you can even stay 1 year not touching anyone. So the sickness is doing what? It's helping you to live salvation. So it will not kill you. God will make it to sleep. But if you start nonsense, it will wake up. So there are bad situations that God has sent to protect us. Some of you, every time you rise higher, God will reduce you because He knows you have pride. If God can leave you to be a billionaire, you mistreat people. That's why God wants to make sure you are a salary person. He can't allow you to go above that. Let's imagine mere tears make you to walk like this. What will happen if you drive Lamborghini? You look at people like this and you are driving tears. What will happen if God can give you Lamborghini? What will happen? One house make you to call people poor. One house. If God can give you 10 houses in different countries, what is going to happen? You go to hell. God knows you. So there are things that He sent to keep pride. That's why you find beautiful woman, yellow, but she's flat like a man. Because God wants to arrest pride. If God can give everything 100%, pride, and she will go to her. Yeah? God knows how to do what? You find someone looking very handsome, but God say, I will give bad teeth to keep pride. And you find a dark guy with very beautiful teeth. I've never seen a very dark person with crazy teeth. I've never seen that. Always they have very nice teeth. But when you look at them, you see, oh, it's behind signs. But their teeth proper. That's how God works. You find a woman here that is not very beautiful, but the body perfect. Why? God wants to balance. There are things He sent to keep you in line. Are you listening? Oh, very beautiful, everything beautiful. But here, zero. When you ask him, how many cows do you have? Say, no, they are busy grazing. You know you are dealing with situation. God gave everything, but here, zero. Because He wants to balance. Because from the time when God made Lucifer, He realized, if I send full perfection, pride will come. The Bible says the devil did not have even a single fault. He was beautiful. Everything was in place. And what came? Pride. Pride. So that thing you don't like, God is the one who put it there. Tell your neighbor, that thing you don't like, that nose you don't like, God put it there. Because He doesn't want pride. What is it that you don't like? Ask your neighbor. This is salvation. What is it you don't like? Is God will put it there. Yeah? Ask you, talk, are you afraid of your neighbor? My brother, what is it that you don't like? Speak with that person. What is it? What is it? What is it? That thing is God. He knew if you can have that thing, pride. Pride. God will always make sure something will be there to humble you. Yeah? Something to humble you. You'll have everything. And God says, I'll delay children because I want to manage pride. And when you look at your neighbor who does not have bread on the table, they have 10 children, 14 children, and you are struggling with one. God wants to keep you what? Humble. Humility is the meal of the day to walk with God. Eh? Most of the things that you are praying against is God who send them. Listen, Satan will not even touch a hair of your head without God's permission. Nothing. That's why you need to craft a deep relationship with Jesus. Talk more about God and less about Satan. Even in pain, no sickness will enter your body until God signs the order. Do you know that? Oh my God. Nothing can touch you except if God permits. Even death. Listen, before you get into accident and you die, a demon of death will go to God first and say, I have to touch that guy. Do you give me permission? If God say yes, you are gone. How many accidents have you missed? You think the devil was taking a chance? God refused. Nothing good, nothing bad will ever happen to you until God says yes. Tell your neighbor. Tell your neighbor. Nothing good nothing bad will happen to you until God say yes. Everything worketh together for those who love God. In your journey of life, God will put roses and thorns to work together to craft a man that you have to be for your destiny. Are you listening? In your journey of life, Jesus will plant both thorns and roses to carry the load together to produce the man that he wants. If God can just send good times, you'll be a person without resilience of heart. But bad times produces a man and a woman of character. So you need bad times more than you need good times. You grow better. You become wise better because of bad times. They craft you. They shape you. They give you wisdom. But good times makes you to sleep. And you love good times. Yeah? You love what? Good time. You want to celebrate all the time. And the devil can catch you. That's what the Bible says. It's better to be in the house of mourning. That's why Jesus said it's better to be in the house of mourning. Why? Because your focus becomes sharp when you are going through much. You pray more. You meditate more. You read the word more. You plan better because you are going through a lot. Look at people from Zimbabwe. Very intelligent and matched because of what their country went through. It produced very intelligent people. If you are sitting with Zimbabweans like this in a meeting and it's time for a Zimbabwean to talk, you will feel that the elder has stood up. You will be sitting with South Africans. But we are the quarter, the big guy. But when a Zimbabwean stand up, wisdom. Because of what? What the country went through. You meet a child that grew up in a rich family where there's everything, and you meet a child that come from poverty, and you let them sit in a meeting. When this one from poverty start to stand up, the meeting is over. Solution has come. That's why all God's generals, they go through the worst. God allow life to deal with them, and they mature very well. You know, when you are making dough, when you are preparing dough, the one that receives more feasting is the one that will produce a healthy bread. But the one that you just touch, when you put it in the oven, you will find some funny stuff in that bread. So you are like dough. You have to go through feasting. God must punch you until you become what he wants.